Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to be talking about cycling today, and I have a good friend here, Jeff, and so we're just going to go over some things that Jeff's been doing. Kind of what we'll talk about today is, um, how he got started cycling more in more recent years, and some of his favorite aspects of cycling. And we'll also talk about he's got a big event that he's training for, so we'll talk about that. And he brought his bike. You might see it behind us, and we'll look at that bike. And for the gearheads out there, Jeff will tell you about what his bike is. So Jeff, I'm assuming as a kid you learned to ride a bike like every other kid, and ride to school. What else did you do as a kid?
Uh, Really, it was just riding around in the street. It was kind of like um, every once in a while, it was like a hand-me-down bike, Walmart bike, bike we found in the woods somewhere and
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
took, and my dad made it work, and it's like it only had a rear brake, so
Uh-huh.
I never really knew that you were supposed to use a front brake because I
Uh-huh.
either had coaster brakes or
Yeah.
just the rear hand brake.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it was just pretty much noodling around in the street.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did as a kid. We had bikes and yeah, just staying out till evening and come home for
Mm-hmm.
dinner or whatever. So
Just until it was dark.
yeah, it doesn't tell us dark. So so um, when did you start writing more recently? I
Um,
mean, in your adult years, because I know you've been riding a little bit more, and I went a little brief ride with you the other day. So
Yeah, so 3 years ago, a friend of mine who owns Bicycle Works,
uh
he got me into mountain biking. Um, I got a Trek Marlin, and he would take me out. He'd kind of show me what I needed to do, how to do it. Our first ride went terribly.
uh
Um, he was like, lock out the front for climbing, and so I locked the
uh
front fork, and then we did that steep part at Skyline,
uh
right?
uh.
Right at the bottom. I forgot to unlock the fork. I hit a rock and it
Oh,
blew the front tire.
wow.
So I ended up walking back out. I let him go on his way. I let him do his thing.
Uh
A guy actually ended up finding me and helping me fix the
oh
tire because I had no idea what I was doing.
uh
So I was able to coast back down. But then the second time I went out, I didn't remember, or I didn't forget to unlock the fork, so I didn't blow a tire. And he took me on Manzanita, so we went to Lake Marie and went down Manzanita,
uh.
and that's an insane first real ride.
And is Manzanita the one that comes out on the other side, like um,
By the disc golf.
by the disc golf that's up in the hills? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've only started to ride up that way. So nah, for me that wasn't my thing because like we've talked, I'm kind of a Lake Marie, right?
Mhm.
Lake Marie Road kind of guy. But yeah, so that's probably pretty intense
Yeah,
for
it's a
for not being very experienced, right?
very technical climbs, very rocky descents.
Uh
Kind of once you get to the downhill of Manzanita, it's pretty short,
huh.
um, but it's more flowy.
Yeah.
So it's a great trail. It's one of my favorites. It
Oh,
still
okay.
is one of my favorites.
Well, that's good. That's good. So you had a pretty, I mean, fairly steep learning curve. I mean, considering you've
Yeah.
only been riding for like 3 years now, and I know you've rode motorcycles, but did anything translate from the motorcycle riding
um,
about being on a two-wheeled vehicle?
Honestly, no. And I feel like it got me into more trouble because I also ride motorcycles with this friend. And it's like, he
Oh,
can do this, I can do it too.
uh-huh.
Just like when we're on motorcycles, I'm like,
Oh,
oh, if he's going for this, I can go for it too. I'm not
yeah, yeah,
nervous, I'm not worried.
yeah.
So that's what ends up getting me into trouble, blowing my front tire. And it's like, oh,
Uh-huh.
he just flew down that. I'll do that too. And
Uh-huh.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
totally different animal. But the mountain biking did translate a ton of stuff over to the motorcycling side.
Oh, it went that way. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. There were so many things that I learned that just made motorcycling a lot more enjoyable, a lot more
Oh, okay.
fun. It made me feel more confident on the motorcycle.
And
So
you primarily just ride a road bike, I mean, a motorcycle on the road?
yes, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I don't do dirt biking or anything like that.
Okay, okay. Um, so 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 what are some of your favorite what are the stuff that you have most fun out there when you're cycling, or what are your favorite aspects about mountain biking?
Um, right now, I'm really enjoying um, long rides,
Oh,
like
okay.
seeing how far I can go, um, what I can accomplish. I kind of told you a little bit ago that I can. It changes all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So like when I first started, it was just a matter of like getting confident going out there on my own, and then it was like, oh, I can climb really fast. And so climbing was like
Mm-hmm.
my thing, where I want to climb as fast as I can. And then the downhills, I was terrible with them, so I was just like, I'm gonna baby it down and then climb as fast as I can and baby it down. After a little while, I switched to wanting to get really good at the downhill, and
Uh-huh.
so I would creep to the top. I'd go as slow as I could to the
Uh-huh.
top, and then use all my energy to go down, and started like memorizing the trails and getting like figuring out better lines, and so um, that was really fun. I had hurt my hand. I guess it was like a year and a half ago.
Uh-huh.
Um, I was racing to the top. This is when I was doing a climb, and a guy had his headphones on.
Oh,
I was calling to like, hey, can I pass? Can I pass? And he just kind of in his own world.
was
And
he cycling too, or was
he
he
was
hiking?
cycling.
Okay.
And the trail had opened up, and I thought, oh, this is a great spot for me to pass, even if you can't hear me. So I pedaled real hard. I went around, looked like this completely flat grass.
Oh.
There's a giant hole in the ground. So my
Oh.
front wheel went completely
Oh
in.
my God.
I like punched the ground with my hand. It
Uh,
really messed up my middle finger. It's still, you wake up on a cold morning and you're like, oh. But overall, it's better now. But that took me out for a long time.
uh-huh.
Um, and so I wasn't riding as much. I wasn't riding as hard.
Uh-huh.
When I came back from that, um, my goal was like to kind of get back at faster climbing,
Uh-huh.
faster descending. Um, but I realized there was a lapse in my endurance, like the length. It was like
Oh, okay.
I'd go out and ride for an hour and a half, 2 hours, which I guess for some people is a lot, but it didn't feel like a lot. I mean, I had
Yeah.
friends that could go out there for 4, 5, 6 hours and just like keep hitting it over and over and over again as hard as they could.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a
Um,
long time on a mountain bike.
yeah,
Because I mean, like road cycling. Because I mostly, I've done a little bit of mountain biking, but yeah, like 30, 10, 20 miles on a mountain bike is a lot, as
yeah,
opposed to like 40 miles or 50 miles on a road bike.
hmm
So I can't imagine doing
yeah,
that kind of
yeah,
time out on a bike or riding, 6 hours or 4 or 5 hours hard,
hmm
because
yeah.
yeah, but you're a younger man than I am, so that helps a little bit. But yeah, um, so you talked about the first bike you had. What'd you call
A
it?
Trek Marlin.
Trek Marlin. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little kind of, it's not quite a hybrid and it's not quite a mountain bike. The
Uh-huh.
geometry's somewhere in the middle.
Uh-huh.
It fits wider tires.
Uh-huh.
They have a bunch of different uh, like levels. So they have like entry level, and then they have all the way up to where it's like this is some nice stuff on there.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I got somewhere just kind of right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was like affordable to me, and
Okay.
like if I didn't like it, I'd still have a bike that would work on the street
Oh,
that I could
okay.
ride places. And
Oh, okay.
if I did like it, it had an upgrade path,
Oh, okay.
at least a little bit of one.
Okay. And that's a full suspension bike?
It's a hardtail.
Oh, it's a hardtail. Okay.
Hmm
So
Yeah.
when you first started doing that training or that work with your friend, that was on a hardtail.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I started on a hardtail, then I got a full suspension, and then I missed the hardtail, so I got a
Oh, okay.
hardtail.
Okay.
So I got one again.
Yeah, I've never, the only mountain bike I have is a full suspension bike, but Andrew, yeah, I just haven't wanted to get a bunch of bikes
Yeah.
but yeah, it'd be interesting to try a hardtail because I know because the big tires are like that's part of that's like your shock, that's part of your shock absorption, right?
Yeah.
Is the thick tire.
hmm
Because like my nephew, he had a hardtail with really fat tires, not like a big fat tire you can ride on the sand, but a lot fatter tire.
Yeah.
So that's how you can get some of that cushion, right,
hmm
without losing all that energy through
Yeah.
the rear shock.
Definitely.
Because that's the big negative with the rear shock. It's just when you're pedaling, you're losing a lot of your, I guess I don't know, is it your momentum or your energy
Yeah. Yeah.
through the bottom bracket, and I guess so. Anyway, yeah. So you got a full suspension bike, and now you switched back to another bike that.
I still have my full suspension, um, but it weighs nearly 40 pounds with everything on it.
Uh,
And it's a cross country bike,
uh,
and so a 40-pound cross country bike doesn't really, you know, translate well for for that type of riding.
For like climbing and so cross country
Right.
bike, because you're educating me. That's just more for like fire roads and sort of easy stuff, not real aggressive stuff.
Right,
Okay.
right, exactly. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Um, um, yeah, it's good for climbing. It's the bike I have. I mean, any short travel cross country bike, it can do anything. I've
Yeah,
done
yeah,
everything at Skyline on it,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it's not it's not out of the realm of possibility, but
yeah,
it's just not as comfortable as if you have a big squishy bike.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. Um, so we talked. Did we talk about your favorite parts of? You said I think you said every day it's a different.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah,
different
it changes all the time.
because I know when I've cycled, sometimes you want to look out at the view, but a lot of times you really can't look at the view because especially mountain biking, there's a big rock there. You got to look at the.
Mm-hmm.
I think of the guys in the Tour de France. I'm thinking, man, they're going past these chateaus, and I don't think they're seeing any of them because they're so focused. Because of course those guys are riding a couple inches apart,
Mm-hmm.
and they can't afford to be looking out sightseeing.
Yeah.
But it's good for people like us on watching on TV. We see the cycling and the chateaus and stuff. So so let's see. So next thing we're going to talk about, when maybe we'll take a little break here, is you got a big event coming up. So when we come back, let's talk about that.